You guys have recovered the key. You're gonna head to the keymaker blacksmith trade area to find out more about it, and just reached the upstairs of the mausoleum. So, who's stepping out first?
Well, is Amon now here?
He is not here just yet.
Okay, because it was him and Keith that was stepping out first.
Yeah, I got them up front on the map, but I'm just wondering, is Keith gonna step out first, or is he gonna wait for him on?
I can step out for.
Okay, you're stepping out first. As you step out, you get stuck right there as large war picks come flying out of the nowhere land and stab you.
War pigs?
Picks.
I like my version better.
I mean,
Channeling Ozzy.
a war pig would be a very interesting thing, that is for sure. That is a dirty 20 to hit Keith for 12 points of piercing damage. Advantage. 15 misses. And then Iman will step out. It'll do a go with a hit. And miss. Alright, so up to the top. Lar, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Do.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Almost need to have your own theme song for when it's your turn for your characters. I could
That would
see
be-
Alex as being Knight of the Valkyrie or something.
That would be interesting. Alright, Fey Winter.
Okay. I'm just looking at. So if I do the Hail of Thorns, can it be within the same attack? Since I can attack twice?
Let me check that.
Or does it have to be a full turn?
Yep, give me just a second to check on that. Okay, so it is a bonus action. So yes, you can bonus action Hail of Thorns, and then the next time you hit, it does Hail of Thorns. So you would do it. You could attack. If it missed, attack again and then hit it, or whichever the first time it hits, basically, would
Okay.
cause the hail to go off.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. The Hail of Thorns.
Well, you don't worry about the save yet. You gotta hit.
Okay, so I rolled the weapon first, then hit the Hail of Thorns.
Yes. That misses.
Well, never mind.
Well, you
Do I
said you
have
got two
another-
attacks, right?
Yep.
So, get your second attack. That hits. So, you roll your normal damage, and then the Hail of Thorns goes on.
And you should also get Dread Ambusher, should she not?
Yeah, I only have one. I used it last time, so I only have one.
It's the beginning of any new combat.
Yep. But you technically do have to choose which one of your attacks you're using Dread Ambusher on. But yeah, go ahead and roll that extra D8. No worries, Amon.
No, I meant she should get an extra attack that says this is my Dread Ambusher attack.
Yeah, you guys are level 4. That is her Dread Ambusher attack. That is that second attack.
Oh, okay, never mind. Got it.
All right.
I'm thinking,
Now
I'm
go
thinking
ahead and...
I'm thinking she had 2 attacks because I'm thinking level 5, but never mind.
Yep. Now go ahead
No,
and hit
it's
your
two
Hail of
attacks
Thorns.
because the dice or the...
Yeah, the die. Because everybody's got a save throw right now. Alright, let's see here. Golar
I have
passed.
him.
Durgar passed. Keith passed. But the other one did not. Okay, roll damage. Alright. Well, a little bit of damage to a few of them. Got Keith in the area of effect on that one, too.
Sorry, son.
It's all right.
I
You'll
mean,
get it back
that will
here in
be-
a second.
it was a whole whopping 2 points of damage he took.
All right, then that I will stay.
Okay, you're done?
Okay, but it could be the 2 points of damage.
It could be. Especially when Durgar's turn is up again. He missed. Keith.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack Gorath because I'm mad at him for hitting.
Go for it. That misses.
I'm going to action surge and try to hit him.
Okay, go for it. That will hit. All right, 7 points of damage. Is that everything for you?
Yep, that's everything for me.
All right, come on. Got here just in time
Going.
for the fun.
Sweet. I will proudly present my holy symbol that's on my shield. Asked our Lord and Savior Helm to bless us. I'm going to cast second level so I can get 4 people. And please bless us in this fight against these foul creatures who I'm assuming jumped us when we were. Was this the crypt we were coming out of?
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
Alrighty. Orin.
Alright, I'm going to move up 5 feet, and I'm going to cast Heroism on Heath.
Okay.
It's a touch spell, so I'm just moving up so I can touch him. Now, do I cast the self spell? Because he's basically, what's he, immune to fear?
Let's see what.
He's immune to being frightened, and he gains temporary hit points. Do I have to click it every turn?
That's interesting. Why is it for...
You will.
Hold on. Okay, there you go. That should be fixed now. So you shouldn't have to... You'll have to hit the heal effect every turn, but once you drop the heroism on him.
Okay. Then I will move back to where I was.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then Steely Dan will move in front of me,
Okay.
since he can't hit anything from there. And people are in the way, so... that will end my turn.
All right. It is now the Durgar's turn. This one is still easy. And yeah, advantage and roll a 1 and a 5. Number 2, we'll go ahead and quickly swing at Keith with the peak. That hits. Alright. And number 3, we'll take a swing at Kamon. And hit. Oof. Well, Bless is gone.
No more bless. No more bless.
And back to the top. Blar! Fey Winter? Well, that might hit something if I knew what you were aiming at.
Oh, I thought I was still clicked onto the Gorath.
Gorath? Okay. That will hit him. And, damage. He goes down.
And that's it.
Keith.
I can't see.
Okay, I'm going to attack Dragar 2.
Miss.
Damn. For my bonus action, I'll just do a second one.
Yep, that
Nice.
helps. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Thorin, I believe heroism applies at the beginning of the target's turns, correct?
Just a second. Let me click on the little button. At the start of each of its turns is
Yep,
when it gets a D4.
Yep. Go ahead and pop that on Keith.
Well, it's actually a temporary hit points equal to my spell casting modifier. So.
Yep.
+4 for every turn. All right.
Should be able to just drop that on him. The effect icon with the
Okay,
heal.
got it.
You should be able to just drag that over to his token or on the combat tracker and drop it on.
There we
There
go.
we
That
go.
makes it easier. That way I don't have to keep unselecting and selecting my target.
Yep. All right. So Keith is back in the fight. Is that everything for you, Keith?
Yep, that's everything.
Amon.
I'm just gonna take the dodge action. I don't
Okay.
see how to do that though.
There is not one.
Uh,
It's one of those things that when I first started doing this, I would add it to everyone's character sheet, and so few people used it that I forgot to
It's okay.
kind of just stop adding it.
Well, number 3 is gonna get an attack opportunity on me.
All
'Cause
right.
I'm moving away from it.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Alright. Number 3, take a swing. And misses.
I'm gonna do a healing word on my stuff first though.
Okay.
I am done.
Alright. Thorin.
Alright, I'm going to Firebolt Duergar number 2. Or try to. And then I'm going to have Steely Dan charge up and ram him / rend him. That'll be my bonus action.
Okay.
And let me see, how do I do that? It's +6 to attack.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like the it looks like the rule change has broken the cohort thing. So just roll it.
15 to hit.
Yep. That will not hit.
And that will end my turn.
Alright. Okay. We got number 1. Step up. Swing with his warp. Come on. Which room it's? Guard number 2.
And Steely Dan will provide disadvantage to him, which it might just counter his advantage. But...
Well, he doesn't have advantage at the moment.
All right.
The only reason why they had advantage to start with is they were invisible. And Guard number 3.
AC 15.
And misses.
Sad face.
Alright. Lara's done. Winter. Keith.
Okay, I'll swing at Burger 2 again.
Okay.
Or two's dying, isn't it? That's what it says on the combat tracker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that one. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Bouncing among a few things, trying to,
Steely Dan.
Okay, so that's a hit, right?
Yes, it is a hit.
Okay.
Did you move?
No, I haven't moved.
Wait, which one were you attacked? Duergar number
Burger
2?
2.
Yeah, he was dead though.
Duergar 2 is dead. So are you going after 3 or 1?
Oh, I'll go after 1.
Okay. Now, go ahead and target him and roll your damage.
For my superiority dice, do I click the effect and then roll for damage?
Yes.
Nice. It's nice having a big half-orc fighter beating up stuff for me.
Can be,
Yeah, that's right.
Tenderizer.
can be pretty useful.
Okay, and then do I have to do anything to like roll for like the disarm?
There should be a. Can't remember off the top of my head if that one is a automatic or. Yeah, so he has to make a strength save.
I don't think any of them are automatic that I recall. Most of them are strength or dex saves.
I thought disarm had something to do like your attack roll determined whether what they had to save against. I don't think it does damage, but I don't. Oh wait, no, this is your fighter thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll have a saving throw associated.
Yep. So he did pass the strength save to not be disarmed. And there are some of them like distracting strike that's just you use it, it happens. So that's why I couldn't remember if disarm was a you use it and it happens, or if they had to make the save. All right, so he made his save. That's that. Anything else, Keith?
Nope. No.
Come on.
Okay. I'm gonna, while still, presenting my shield to Dwagar number 1 here, I'm gonna look back to Dwagar 3 and try and exert my will over him and see if our Lord and Savior Helm will grant me the ability to hold his person.
All right. He resists Helm's will and breaks free of your hold.
Wow, okay. I don't think I've landed a single spell.
Oh, you landed
Less
your
work.
blast.
Yeah, no, not really.
It worked, and then you got smacked in the face.
Went away. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm not talking about tonight. I mean this whole thing.
Torin.
Alright, I'm going to move up here so I have line of sight on Duergar number 3. And I will firebolt him. Let me select him.
Okay.
I didn't hit him, and then I'll have Steely Dan try to rend him again.
Okay.
23.
23?
Or 24, excuse me. I rolled an 18 plus 6, so.
Alright, that will hit.
And that damage is 2d6, I believe. No, 1d8 plus 2. 9.
9 points of damage.
9 points of force damage, yep.
Duergar number 3. Alright. Oomph. Is that everything for you, Torin?
Yep, that was my action, bonus action.
Okay. Duergar number 1 is going to keep going after Amon. This is War Pick. That's another hit. For 10 points of pressing damage to Amon. Number
Ouch,
3 is going to once again take a swing at Steely Dan. That hits. For 13 points. Steely Dan
Has 26 total, so he's
Okay.
down to half.
Okay, I was gonna say
That was
why
what I
is it
had to enchant.
showing
Well, it's
he
because
has
he's 4d8 plus my plus 2 plus intelligence modifier.
Yeah, for whatever reason, there's something broken with some of the NPC stuff, and it's making a mess of things. So I'm gonna have to play around with that and figure it out. All right, so he's down to half. All right, back up to the top, Blar.
Okay, I'm gonna try to upcast the chromatic orb.
Okay, it will hit.
Let's see. Chromatic 1.
So to upcast it, you just right click. Yeah.
Oh, let me see. I need to add another D8.
So yeah, so just go ahead and roll the d8. But normally to upcast, you will go ahead and click on it, and then right click to add the extra die. But that is enough. He is down. Is that everything for you, Blar?
Yep.
Feywinter.
A whopping. All right.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to move a little bit though to actually shoot. But...
No, it's given her enough line of sight. Technically, she
okay.
would have a little bit of cover bonus, but she nailed him high enough that it's not a problem. Keith.
I can see him on the map.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as you can see him on the map, you can make the attempt. Where he's at, you do end up with some cover penalties, but not enough that it would have made a difference.
She doesn't have a sharpshooter.
That I do not. No, because she multi-class, so she hasn't gotten her first ASI yet. Keith misses.
Okay, well, that's all I got. So
Hold on, I didn't give you your temporary hit points. Let me throw mine.
Well, he hasn't been hit, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So never mind.
Come on.
I will hold forth my quarterstaff, cast Shillelagh on it, and then attack this Dwegar with it. That hit.
That does hit. Horan?
Alright, well I have Spell Sniper, so I know shouldn't have anything there. I'll just shoot.
I think he's down.
Oh, is he down? You just whacked him?
I mean, it says dying on the combat tracker again.
Yep, he's down.
I don't know. I don't see any results ever.
Okay, I'm coming down to see what I can see. See if there's any more people attacking.
That seems to be everything.
Kicking the dirt at my feet around.
Me flying up to the roof. Ruff.
Well, if we're out of combat, then I think it's safe. That's when I'll actually start repairing Steely Dan, using mending to heal him back up. But I know it takes a minute per
cast.
Might take one or two minutes to do it.
I will also mend him at the same time so we can get 2 off of him.
Okay. So, a minute later, you guys have him fully healed. With the 2 of you working on it, I'm not going to make you do the rolls. So, you guys heading out of here to...
We found something last time.
Yep, you found the key. So you guys were planning to head back to the locksmiths to see if she could tell you who bought the key.
Or if it goes to a safe deposit box or something somewhere, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. The same locksmith we had to do the locks at the inn, right?
Yep.
So, you guys head out, reach the trade ward where Elsparo's shop is. She looks up to waves at you guys. Hello? Anything I can help you with today?
Good day, good day. If you remember us, we had you install our locks that are in, but we've come into a little dilemma trying to identify a key that we've come across to see if you happen to know what it might go to.
Oh. Well, I do generally keep records. Do you have the key?
We do. We show her the key.
She takes it and kind of looks it over for a few minutes. Says, yes, I do remember making this one, but, one of the things that being a member of the Splendid Order of Armorers, Locksmiths, and Finesmiths pride themselves on is discretion, just going off and telling random people what a key goes to kind of defeats the purpose. If you'll hand it over, I'll ensure that its owner gets it back.
I mean, we get jumped by people. I don't know if that's really a smart idea.
I think this actually, we're going to claim it as evidence for a possible crime that's been committed. So we're not going to hand over a possible key to possible villains and stuff. So.
Oh dear. A crime?
Well, I mean, we just got ambushed by a bunch of big, giant. Well, they were invisible to begin with, but big, giant, gray, bearded.
Well, as soon as they died, they shrunk back down to normal dwarf size.
Yeah, I need to be a psionicist. Then you can actually cast 2 spells that don't require that neither one require that 2 concentration, like enlarge and invisibility at the same time.
But those aren't spells; they're racial abilities.
You don't have to concentrate on a racial ability.
Not as far as I am concerned.
Not they're enlarged or reduced, depending on
Well,
which one they
I
are.
play quite a few fairies, so that's would be nice to know.
NPC racial abilities and PC racial abilities are treated very different.
Especially when it comes to darkness and Gloomstalker slash.
The advantage is definitely on the PC side, so I wouldn't buck it too much.
Well, be that as it may.
Well, I'm not arguing with it there, but I'm just saying I just noticed that as we're fighting. Hey, I can't do that.
So, you say it was involved in a crime? Oh dear.
Possible involvement in a crime. There's
According
we've
to
been
the
attacked.
according to the charter of the Guild of Armorers, Locksmiths, and Finesmiths, you cannot hold one of us liable for our legally purchased goods being used in illegal activities if we did not know about it ahead of time. Which I had no idea that this was going to be used to commit a crime.
No, we're not saying that you committed a crime. We're trying to solve a possible crime, and we're just following the clues where they may follow. Now, withholding information might be considered a crime. I would have to check with the black staff and see how that goes, if that would be the case, or the watch. But
There's been a necromancer.
When you mention the black staff, you see her face like drain of color. Look, wouldn't want to get on the black staff's bad side. No, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. But again, I unless you have a legal writ of investigation or proof that you are a member of the Watchful Order of Magisters, I cannot be divulging information, and unless you're part of a group that is authorized to do that kind of stuff and would be within the law for me to do so. Please don't take it personally. I have my own guild requirements that I must uphold.
oh, we understand. We understand. I guess we'll have to go get our
So go
warrant then.
Go ahead and roll me insight, please.
Not that one.
Any of you can do so.
Blar, unobservant.
All right.
You're too bad.
Faywinter.
Blar's getting ignored by because she's looking at her pixie dust slash frost legs.
Yep. All right. So Torrin and Faywinter, you realize that she did mention you being part of a organization or group that would be authorized to carry out these investigations, and you're pretty sure that that would include being a member of the Harpers.
I don't think we have a Harper's pin or anything yet, do we?
It should. I might have forgot to mention it, but you did get one from Merc after doing the first mission for him.
All right. Well, okay. Well, then says, well, we're trying to keep things on the down low and everything else, but we don't want to do everything else. I guess we can sort of lift up a lapel where we have the Harper's pin pinned or something like that.
Okay.
So obviously we don't wear it on a.
Yeah, it's not like flashing out
badge
in
of
the
honor.
open. So she sees that, her eyes get quite a bit wider, and she dives behind the counter, and you can hear papers rustling. And she stands back up with a large book that she begins flipping through. After a few moments, she stops and says, yes, this key was purchased by Volkar Kibbins. He lives in the old windmill in the southern ward. It goes to the lock that he had installed on the apartment on the upper floors.
Strange place to put a key, I'm just thinking. So,
I believe that the windmill is owned by another person who rents out the upper portion that's been converted into apartments. As the city grew, the location of the windmill became untenable for normal use and was converted into a residence.
interesting. Do you happen to know who owns it now?
I do not.
Do you happen to know who would have that information? And I would know who to get that information at based upon my background.
The magisters would have that information.
I'm just gonna close Steely Dan. I keep getting all the error messages every time I pass over it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But it's popping up when I open other NPCs as well. So I think it's got something to do with the way that it's set up.
But it doesn't matter. I got it open in D&D Beyond, so I can just tell you what it's doing, and other than moving it, I still got the icons. Just on the character sheet itself, the cohort sheet's what's causing the errors.
Yeah, something's broken with that particular add-on.
Well, thank you for your time. You've been most helpful in everything else and investigation for all this. And just so you're aware, we don't find you any liable for anything else. It's just we just have to find the information where the clues take us so we can solve this strange goings on and all these murders and stuff that are going on in the streets.
Murders in the streets?
Well, I'm sure you've heard about the big burning of people, or you didn't hear about it?
Oh,
yeah, I know the reporter wrote about it in her little newsletter.
I heard about it, but there's a difference between a random explosion and murders everywhere in the streets. This is not Baldur's Gate, mind you.
Yeah, it's looking more and more like it every day. So
Waterdeep
we're trying to keep it. We're trying to keep it under
a civilized location.
That's why we're trying to do this investigation, so we can make it into keep it civilized, and it doesn't turn into Baldur's Gate. But there's some nefarious things going on that we need to solve, and so we can keep our community the way it should be, nice and proper and free.
Good luck to you all.
All right, thank you very much. And by the way, do you have any lock oil and stuff?
Lock oil? Oh, yes. She pulls out a small vial with a little dropper on the end.
All right, how much it would be for that?
No charge for you.
Oh, much appreciated. I'll keep you in mind. So if you ever need anything, or I know you do locksmiths and stuff like that. If you've come across something that's really interesting or whatever, new types of locks, I'd be very interested in seeing that. I might even purchase some of them, or if possibly do some things with you. All right, but you have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Farewell. As you guys leave, you see her flip the sign around to closed, and she, looking through the window, you see her sit down hard on a stool, pull a small jug out from underneath the counter and pour herself something to drink.
Causing people to drink again.
You know how it is. Even my characters drive people to drink.
Oh, and before I forget, just so you guys know when you're looking at stuff, I did give you guys a half off this session because of the mess last time with the power going out. I wasn't able to cancel the session before you guys got charged last time.
Okay. I wasn't worried about it either way.
I know, but I feel bad that you guys didn't get a full session out of it, so
Well,
we
thank
got
you.
about halfway through, so I figured give you credit for that.
Appreciate it.
All right, so I'm guessing you guys are heading to the windmill next.
Do you want to go to the windmill, or do you want to take a break and
I need to
get
rest.
rested up? We've been doing a lot of investigation. This is like this is our
Fighting.
third fighting. This is like our third one since we took an arrest. So I don't know. I'm getting probably a little tired.
True.
Yeah.
However, do remember that there are other people looking for the stone, and the more time you
we can go.
take waiting, there's a chance that the stone gets out of reach. So
True.
it is up to you guys, though. If you feel like you need a short or long rest, that is up to you.
I can go either way. I want at least a short rest.
Spell slots.
I am out of spell slots, so. But I don't use that many spells anyway. But we can go. It's if we think that's there. I mean, we're not supposed to encounter any fighting, but we've been encountering any every time we've gone so far. But I guess we go to the windmill. It is sort of pressing.
All right.
And we got the lady that disappeared too. So in her water machine.
But if we do a short rest, at least we can spend hit dice. I can give everybody chance again.
Yeah, we can take a short rest.
Yep.
That's what, 15 minutes, half an hour, an hour?
Yeah, basically, you guys take a break for a meal and patch
Eat
yourself
lunch.
up.
Let me see. I'll use a hit die. No, I guess I was only down 2 on the other was the temporary. Got it.
All right. So, as late afternoon rolls around, you guys begin heading for the windmill. Once you get into the area, it's fairly obvious. It is a 2-story stone building. The blades look like they've been kind of locked in position. They no longer spin, and you can tell that the windows have long since been removed or destroyed. The doors on the exterior flap freely in the wind, and it is covered with graffiti.
Covered with graffiti?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought you said, but it came in broken. So it looks like it's dilapidated, almost like an empty building.
Pretty
not
much.
actively used.
You see no lights from the overall area.
Well, I'm going to assume that it's abandoned, because that works best for me.
guess let's just kind of walk around till we see like a locked door, right? A fancy lock.
Well, the key's supposed to go to one of the upstairs. Supposed to be some apartments, but yeah, let's check downstairs and then make sure we're not going to get ambushed again, and then go in.
Okay.
All right. So as you're walking around, you see some signs of people within, moving through the broken out windows and doors. It looks like there's about 6 people squatting in the lower floor.
They look like they're squatters, or they look like they're squatting?
They're squatters.
Well, it could be 2 different things. Sitting around eating lunch, I don't know. All right. Well, we don't want to have any issues with them, so we can go in like we belong there.
All right. So as you head in there, several of them look at you and kind of grab a few meager possessions and look like they're preparing to run at the slightest inclination of problems.
Just relax. We're not here to cause you any problems. Just stay out of our way. Let us go about our official business, so you'll be good.
You say official business, and like 3 of them bolt out of the place.
All right. Well, I'm not worried about them. Let's find the steps that go up to the whatever, and let's go up to the apartment that we think this key belongs to, unless we see something that catches our eye that we need to investigate.
All right. So you work your way through the area until you find the stairway in the main portion of the windmill tower. As you head up the stairs, you find yourself on a landing. A couple doors leading off of it. One of them does have a rather elaborate-looking lock.
Does this locksmith have like a trademark that she puts there, like a stamp or a number, initial, something?
Well, I mean, you've got the maker's mark that was on the key, and it does seem to match.
Okay, the maker's mark. Yep, that's what I was talking about. All right, and I will inspect the door for traps.
All right. Give me a perception or investigation roll.
24.
24. All right. Does not appear to be trapped.
All right. I will use the key to open the lock.
All right.
Unless it doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, then I'll pick the lock.
So you pop the lock open, and as the door swings open, 2 men stand up, kind of in shock, grab a couple of rough clubs from near where they were sitting, and move towards the door.
Allowed. Desist or die. Sit.
Roll me an intimidation check.
I know I'm not the one for intimidating, but hey.
If anybody wants to assist him.
I'll assist.
Okay. So, Torin, you do have advantage on that.
All right, and let me click on did. And
So, Blar, as he says this, you charge your hands with magic and, start looking all dangerous and stuff. And Torin, you desist her, and you see this magic appear out of the side of the corner of your eye. Desist her! Die! Die! The two of them stop and kind of begin laughing at you.
And then I go tink, tink, tink on Steely Dan and smile right back at him.
Don't you know it's not a smart idea to just bust into somebody's house without knocking, friend? What can we do for you?
We came across this key that was involved, and the key itself didn't do anything, but it was left following a clue of some nefarious goings on in the crypts and necromancy and murder, and so we're following where it leads. And it led us straight to you. You wouldn't happen to be involved in any of this nefarious activities, would you? Just what I thought.
The one turns and looks at the other one. You idiot! You left your key. No wonder you couldn't. Oh man, you. Look, for us it's just a job. We got hired to go collect some bones. That's all we were doing.
Well,
No,
if you
no,
kindly...
no necromancy or anything like that on our part. They asked us to go collect some bones, check out a few things in the crypts, that kind of stuff.
And where is all this stuff that you collected from this crypt?
Dropped it off with the guy who hired us, Losser Merklov.
Losser Merklov.
Yep. And then this idiot, one of them smacks the other one over the head with an open palm, goes and drops his key in the middle and leads everyone right back to us.
And, by the way, who are you?
Oh, well, the first one says, I'm Volkar. That's Oloster.
And you do odd and end jobs around? I mean, someday we might need some people to do some odds and ends jobs, so...
Yeah, we generally pick up whatever work we can. I mean, most of it isn't too pretty considering we've been blacklisted by half the guilds in the city.
Okay, so and this is where I could find you in the future if I need some work done?
Generally, yeah.
All right, so you don't have any of the items that's still left here?
No,
Need to get dropped off?
We were supposed to drop them behind Dandy Mops once we got done with them. Or he pays us for, we drop them off, and then the next day we go back and pick up our pay.
You saying Danny Mops?
Dandy Mops. Oh, it's a wig shop over in the castle ward. Bunch of fops and nobles like to go in there and get all fancied up once they pull their hair out from all the business that they do. You know, I don't know if it's relevant, but there was a rat down there in that cellar, in that crypt. Losser killed him and it vanished. He thought the stone that it dropped was magical. I don't know if that has anything to do with what you guys are looking for or not.
So where's this stone that the rat had?
Losser's got it.
And that's who you delivered all the stuff to?
Well, we drop it off at the drop site behind the wig store. That's where we met him to start with. Don't know where he lives or anything. But they the owner of the shop seemed to know him and let him use a part of the shop for a private meeting with us.
Okay. Well, that thanks you there. So being so honest and everything else, at least to us, and providing the information we needed without having to resort to magical violence. All right. We appreciate that, and we'll keep you in mind for anything else. And so you can go about your day as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you, sirs.
Now, don't forget the ladies.
Oh, yes. Ma'ams.
All right.
If you don't mind, we'll be getting back to our breakfast now.
All right. Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you much. Although it's going to be a bit odd, we're going to have to figure our work schedule's probably going to change again since we're unemployed. We'll have to find a new job. Good day. And they. Oh, wait. May I have that key back, please?
Sure. I hand them the key.
And he takes it. You see, he like takes a small piece of string, ties the key on there, and then just like ties it relatively tight to the other guy's neck, tight enough that it would be pretty much impossible to use. Maybe now you won't forget it. And they close the door.
All right. I guess we're off to the Floppy Chops, the wood place in the Capitol Ward.
Alrighty.
Sounds like a plan.
Off to Dandy Mops.
Yep, Dandy Mops.
Okay.
I don't know anything else we have to going on other than some of the side quests, but that's sort of a minor priority right now, since we're trying to probably find this stone that's magical. That sort of sounds like would be appropriate for what we've been chasing the whole time.
Yep. All right. So you head over to Dandy Mops. The store itself has a closed sign in the window. It does appear to be all locked up.
All right, we can go around, look around the back, because that's where they said they were dropping stuff off.
Yep. You do see a small pouch in the back. Looks like their pay from the last set of bones that they brought in.
All right, what's somebody else want to do? Is it normal business hours now, or is it after business hours?
You would think for the most part, other businesses near here are all open, so it's still business-ish hours, but there does not appear to be any hours listed on the storefront for you to see when they would be open.
Is there a back door?
There does not appear to be a back door.
Well,
That's where he said he met him behind?
Yeah, he just dropped his stuff. He just dropped his stuff off in the back. That's where the pouch is. Probably got some gold.
How long ago did he drop it off? Did we just miss him? Is the stuff still here?
No, they dropped the bones off, and that's their pay. They haven't picked their pay up.
I understand, but how long ago did they drop the bones off? I'm saying, dude, like they just get home right before we got to them?
Probably first thing in the morning is when they would have dropped the bones.
And they were having their breakfast, so what time is it?
It's late afternoon, but you remember
gotcha.
they're working at night basically, so they're having breakfast when everyone else is having dinner or finished with it.
Okay, so can we look around to see if there's any tracks in this back alley that we could tell someone picked up something? I don't know. Either
Sure,
that or we knock on the door, right? What can we
give
do?
me a survival check.
Well,
Yeah.
I suggested to other people. I'm not. I won't notice it.
I'll make an attempt.
Faye Winter, you are able to pick up a pair of tracks. They look to be the size of a child or halfling. And it looks
Alright,
like they
I'll
head
pass that
around.
information.
It looks like they head around the building towards the front door.
We just knock on the front door and ask for them by name. Act like they're friends. We've ever seen them.
Sure. Blar can do that. Let her do the charisma stuff since she's the charisma person. I'm going to take a bio break.
I'm going to say, she's the talky one, you're the potato one.
I'm the silent type.
So Faye Winter's the SVD. You don't feel her.
Silent but
You don't.
deadly.
Yeah, you don't hear her, but you definitely notice the effect. All right, so you guys head back around to the front door and knock on it. There is no answer.
Is it open? Can I try
Nope,
the handle?
it is locked up.
And the windows will peer in the windows to see if what we can see.
All right, roll me a perception check. All right, you guys look around. Faye Winter, you notice a few head busts sitting with wigs on them. You're able to tell that primarily the wigs appear to be made out of horsehair that's been treated, but there are several wigs that do also look to be human hair. But aside from that, you see nobody moving around inside or anything like that.
And as we followed the tracks, they went inside, or
They did go around here to the front door. I mean, they may have come around to the front door, got on the pathway, and walked the other way, but it definitely looked like they were going from the back door of the building around to the front.
I think we've got probable cause. Let's give me a stock, right?
we could always ask the other shopkeepers.
You can tell based on the location that this is a highly visible area. So if you tried to
Yeah,
break
We could
in,
have Torin try to open the lock.
it will be noted. It is very likely it will be noticed.
Take the place out then, huh?
Well, I think that maybe whoever got it, I think we need to find out where this guy
We
lived.
could ask the other shop owners about them.
I look in my book to see because I write down the name and stuff. So who we're looking for this Lori.
Losser.
Losser, yeah. So what do you want to do? We could ask around to see where Losser might live, and
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
because that's why we came to the shop in the first place. So we knocked and no one answered.
Correct.
Yep. Didn't look anyone. Didn't look like anyone.
And we
inside
peered
either.
in the windows and didn't see anything.
Yeah, because Torn went around behind the building and peed on a rock. He didn't hear if anyone answered.
So,
All right, what's the neighbors like?
neighbors, looks like a couple of other high-end shops. Looks like a clothing boutique and a furniture shop around here.
Yeah, the clothing boutique probably be a good place. I'm sure we have some gossipy old ladies in there that would happen to know the narrow goings on of everything going on. So, Blar, why don't you get some information, see if we can find out where this Losser might reside. Because if you rely on me to do it in RNG, it's probably not going to happen.
Because it's just the way things roll for you sometimes, isn't it, there?
No, it's because my charisma is normal, 10. And it seems like anything dealing with finding information is not persuasion and intimidation. I can usually tell if they're lying.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Lar, where are you headed?
Did Blar just fly away?
It sounds like Blar just dipped. Although Winter got disconnected for some reason. Still there, Teresa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Game just booted you out?
Yeah.
Okay.
My internet
I'm
acting
coming.
up.
Yeah.
Doo.
Alrighty.
Just go chat. Just go chit chat with the people in the boutique shop and see if you can find out what's going on, if they happen to know who Losser is and where we might be able to find them. We've got an important message to deliver to them.
Blar, what you doing?
Just asking around.
Alright.
If anyone knows where they went off to.
So you're just asking around on the street. What? You gotta tell me what you're doing.
Asking the neighbor shops if they have any idea where they went.
All right. So you head into one of the neighboring shops. As you step in the door, the shopkeeper sees you flittering in and lets out a squeal, rushing over to you. Well, aren't you just a doll? Oh my! This ought to be quite a challenge to get you set up with those wings, my dear. Tell me, how much can you lift? I want to make sure I design the dress properly for you so that you're not grounded.
Sorry.
And
You
tell
guys
me,
turn it on.
is the silver a preference, or would you prefer something with a little more pizzazz?
It depends on what it looks like.
Well, I can go with something that blends in with your natural coloration, or I can try and find something that will make you stand out amongst everyone that you meet. Tell me, dear, come, tell me, what would you like? I've got several fabrics here, and she starts like herding Blar over to bolts of fabric to take a look at.
The fairy's distracted. My person.
There are shiny fabrics, there are regular fabrics. There's a lovely red and black embroidered brocade that she believes would look absolutely amazing with your silver hair and wings. So what are you doing, Blar? This is your chance to. What you doing? What are you saying? What are you talking to her about?
Well, discussing about the fabrics, I guess.
Okay, so she starts going into the different fabrics and pulls out, like I said, this lovely kind of reddish fabric with a black um, design in it, made out of a very soft velvet material. She says, "I think this coloration would just do amazing with your wings, and it should be lightweight enough that it wouldn't impede your ability to fly, but heavy enough that it would be quite modest and not allow the updraft to be a problem." If you're not happy with that, I've got other color combinations and can order something for you as well if you have a different color preference.
Yeah, I don't think I really like the red that much.
You're not a fan of the red, you say?
No.
Ah, well, I think it would have looked stunning on you. Let's see, what else do we have here? Uh, a yellow would not look good with the silver. Let's see. Ooh, how about a deep midnight blue?
Ooh, that would be pretty.
So she leads you over to another fabric. Instead of a velvet, this is more of a woven fabric, but you see it has small sequins woven in throughout. So as it moves, it's almost like there's sequins and also some silver thread woven through it. So it just kind of shimmers throughout this dark midnight blue.
Ooh, pretty.
This would work quite well, but you would need to have an underlayer in order to make sure that it was not too thin for it being transparent. And of course, yes, you definitely would want some kind of undergarments to keep people from staring upward too much if you're flying around a lot.
Yep.
Shall we begin your measurements?
Sure.
So she leads you over to kind of a little stool and begins measuring for you. Takes a few minutes, and she just kind of chatters on as she does so. I haven't seen you around before, dear. Are you new to town?
Oh, yes, I am.
Ah, well, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, I can do a good enough job to earn your future business here. Oh, who am I kidding? Of course you'll be back. Nobody can resist one of my garments. And just because I forgot to mention it, this is a rather short lady, black hair, or in a bob cut with giant glasses. If anybody gets the reference. So she gets your measurements and tells you that generally they do a 50% down and the rest due upon delivery. It would be 10 gold for this particular dress for the down payment and another 10 upon delivery.
Okay.
All right, so
Not
she
much.
starts noting that down and asks for your address so that if there's any issues, they can contact you.
So I give her my address.
Which
Okay.
is the bar.
Yep. Oh, you're one of the new owners up there. I'd heard that somebody else had taken over. Side business after the family that owned that last died. Good to see somebody taking the place on and sprucing it back up a bit. Well, I think we're all done here. Was there anything else I could help you with, dear?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to find where Losser went off to.
Losser?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm not sure who Losser is. Is he a friend of yours?
Supposedly he's the person who works next door in the wig shop.
He works next door, huh? I don't think I've met him. I do know the owner over there, but I don't think I've met this Losser.
Who's the owner?
Excuse me.
The owner is a fairly nice young lady. Now I can't find the name. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Oh yes, Wretched is her name. Seen another young lady around there too, Kreela, but I'm not quite sure if she's just a friend of Wretchen's or she works there.
And do you know where Gretchen is at the moment?
If she's, well, I believe she set her shop up as an appointment only, but I have no idea where she lives. It's quite strange. I rarely see her leave, but the shop is closed quite a bit of the time.
And how does one make an appointment?
And that I do not know. My guess would be finding a noble of sufficient standing who would already know how to make said appointment. Apparently, she plans to be a rather elite provider and only allows people to have appointments by recommendation of somebody who she's helped before.
And while they're conversing, I'm gonna look at the quilting and stuff there.
Yep.
Any leathers and stuff. Got to make a
There
pattern
is
seat saddle.
there is none of that kind of stuff of like leathers or anything heavier like that. This is all very delicate, very bourgeoisie type fabrics.
Well, I figured there might be like some furs and stuff like that.
There are some furs, but they're definitely smaller, and it definitely looks like they're designed to kind of just sit around the neck. It's not a full fur type thing. Considering it is springtime, you would imagine that's part of it. That they're preparing for warmer weather. and would not be stocking the heavier garments that they would in the fall and winter.
Just keep myself busy while
Yep.
Blar and Faye are chatting up the woman and doing the.
So after she gets done with Blar, she looks over at Faye Winter and says, you provide a much different challenge. The question is, do I find something that brings out your skin tone or brings out your heritage? Do you have any preferences, my dear?
I
By the
prefer to
way,
blend
no
in.
capes.
No capes.
No capes.
Yep, no capes.
I prefer to blend in.
Do you do your blending in here in more of an urban environment or something more of your woodland home?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to be like a chameleon.
Hmm.
Whatever the
That would,
environment, I will blend in.
that unfortunately, I believe, is a little out of my purview. I've heard of magical garments that allow you to change their appearance at will, but unfortunately, the two different color schemes are quite difficult, and I just can't find myself putting you in a drab brown to blend in with everything. It's just, such a disgrace.
Well, speaking of Gretchen, is there anyone that you've recognized using her shop that we
I
could
think a
perhaps?
few of my clients may have in the past, but I really probably shouldn't say. I mean, many of them would be quite sensitive to the subject of such a issue.
Well, would be sure to be discreet and sensitive.
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not very persuasive, but
Yeah,
Probably
Blar's
minus
there.
one.
Blar could aid you. You're being pretty persuasive at this point. So she gives you a couple of names and says, they may have come in. I've seen them a few different times with different styles of hair shortly after they begin to bald. So one of them may have used her services. I had seen them head next door once or twice, but again, I'm not quite sure.
well, I appreciate the information.
Thank you, and I'm sorry I could not find a garment that would show off your features as well as they should. If you decide on something besides brown, then please come let me know.
I'll be sure to do that.
And she lets Blar know that her garment should be ready in about a 10.
Okay.
So, what would you guys like to do next?
Did you find anything out?
We got a couple names of people who have been not proprietors, but have used the shop that we could either find them to ask them about Gretchen or find out the information on how you make an appointment.
Well, we're trying to find out about Losser. So Gretchen gave Losser the stone. That's who we're trying to find.
Yeah, they didn't have any idea who that was.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out there.
Maybe we need to come back at night. Check out this place on the inside.
Do a stakeout.
Yeah, or break in when it's less obvious.
Well, we could do that. We could go visit, check on our inn, visit the Yawning Portal, check out some of those things that's going on too. Maybe find out some information. I don't know where else to go. So it's just a name in a city. Be like me going around Columbia asking, know a Losser? You know a Losser?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Well, I mean, if he hasn't dropped off the money that these guys are supposed to pick up yet, or
Yeah, there was a pouch back there that probably had the money in it. You guys didn't investigate it too closely.
oh, okay.
No, I didn't investigate the pouch. I figured it was the money, but
Okay. I don't know.
I wasn't
then.
planning on
I'm
stealing
at
their
loss.
earnings, even though it was nefariously earned.
Huh? What you guys doing?
I'm heading back to our inn.
All right. So you guys head back to the inn. It is getting late in the day, so you guys may want to take a rest or go
Yep.
stake out the place for the night. That's up to you.
Sleepy Blar.
What was that?
Said Blar is sleepy. For sure.
Sleepy Blar. And now you got me trying to come up with a soft kitty version for Blar.
Soft fairy, soft fairy. Flutter, flutter, flutter.
It'd be like Sparkly Fairy, Shimmery Fairy. I don't know. Whatever. My brain.
Frosty Fairy.
Burr, burr, burr.
Yeah, burr.
Okay, so you guys head back, taking a long rest at this point.
Yep, unless we wanted to go investigate some of the things at the Yawning Portal. We got some other stuff that they've asked us to do, but we sort of ran into a dead end as far as chasing down this other thing, the stone.
Well, I mean, you were told that the owner of the shop knows Losser, and they let him use the shop for meetings and stuff like that. So you just have to figure out a way to actually meet Gretchen.
Which is by appointment only. they didn't know how she made the appointments.
Well,
So we got a couple names of,
we got some people to give us some different things. We're working
yeah, we
for,
got a couple names of people who have used her shop that we can either ask them about Gretchen or ask how you get an appointment.
but we also got some people that are up in the that have been giving us our tasks that we've been doing around town too. Some names that might be able to get us an appointment.
Yeah, use some of the influence you gained in the city.
Because we've got the black staff, we've got the silvery, the
Emerald Enclave.
Harper's.
yeah, and the
Harper's.
Lord's Alliance, and
Yep.
we've been busy in this town. And
You
get lots
have.
of good friends.
You have made some friends.
And only one not friend. Well, two not friends.
Eh,
Yeah, I mean, we got the guild the halfling guild master, whatchamacallit guy. He doesn't like me. And then the were rat, he didn't like me. Well,
Yeah.
he's dead, but he
gonna
said
say.
that but he did say we. So we'll get our revenge.
Alrighty. So you guys settle down, take your rest, wake up the next morning charged and ready to go.
So, do you want to talk to any of these people to see if we can get an appointment? And then
Sure. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Iman sleeps in the next day.
Iman
sermon
sleeping
today.
in the next day. No sermon.
No sermon today. He's a little. He's having an existential crisis.
Iman is having an existential crisis. What is there that would give Iman an existential crisis?
It's between him and hell.
Okay.
well, how about we do this? You guys can go try to see if you can get an appointment, and I don't know, maybe Keith and I or whatever can go to the yawning portal and hang out there and check out some of the things about Matrim Murig, and we got a couple of people we got to talk to at the yawning portal. Looks like got 3 different quests for yawning portal and doppelgangers. Got to talk to Matron Murig about seeing if the doppelgangers are trustworthy. The Emerald Enclave wants us to get rid of them, but maybe if there could be a way to that. And then we also need to talk to Maloon War Dragon at the yawning portal. He hasn't been his demeanor has changed or soured. So it could be evil doppelgangers, and maybe he's not who he says he is. Who knows? But so we can do that sort of while we're waiting around, run around the city.
So you're heading over to the Lake Yawning portal, see if you can get any information on these patrons.
Yeah, I was just suggesting that. Well,
and take care of your
maybe
other
Glar
side quests.
Glar and Faye or whatever could possibly track down the try to get us an appointment with some of these people. And
Okay. Let's take a short break. Come back here in about 8 minutes, so quarter after the hour, and we'll keep on going.
alrighty.
All right. All right, we back.
Some of us are at least.
I'm here.
Now, Torin, you got to bring some of that over here too. If you're gonna put stuff like that in the chat.
They only had one. I bought one tomahawk, and I did it today.
Ah.
And yeah, it took up part of the good grill, so it was about 2 inches thick.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Now you're gonna make me hungry again. I ate dinner before we got started. Now I'm getting hungry again.
I'm sure Alex is getting hungry because she's downstairs. She can smell it.
Oh, that's no fair. That's even worse. All right. So, if we're all back and ready to go, what are you guys doing? Going to the yawning portal first, or checking the streets?
I think we need to have someone go talk to our leaders of some different factions to see if we can find out how we can make an appointment with Gretchen.
Okay.
And then while we're waiting on that word, sort of start checking in with some of the people at the Yawning Portal to see if we can figure anything out going there.
Okay. So you send a couple of messengers off requesting a appointment to them and head over to the yawning portal.
So at the Yawning Portal, we're supposed to. This is Matrim Merrig.
Yep.
So we got to track down some doppelgangers. So we need to meet him, and that's for the Harpers. And we also need to
So
check
Matrim,
on Melu or
Matrim
Dragon.
is a member of the Harpers who believes that the Harpers should recruit these doppelgangers, but they want a unbiased opinion on their trustworthiness first.
Yeah, and the Emerald Enclave is thinking the power's changing. The doppelgangers are getting involved with that, and so that the Emerald Enclave wants us to get rid of them.
Yep.
Or drive them out of the city. All right. So they might be conflicting, or maybe we just need to find the information. Then we can just make a decision on that. And then I don't know if it's unrelated or not, but there's one other
So-
thing at the.
What would you like to start with? Are you going
Alright,
to seek out Matrim to get introduced to the doppelgangers, or do you want to go try and figure them out yourselves, or do you want to go talk to Mr. Wardragon?
Well, let's. I don't want to be introduced because that would sort of make maybe our opinion make it biased if we were actually introduced to them. But as far as formally, but if who they are, so we can observe them and who they're hanging out with and going without being there. So if we talk to Matrim about who the doppelgangers are.
All right.
Because one of them's because we're just supposed to observe Maloon for like a 10-day, what's going on, and he's hanging out the yawning portal, so it's not really get to introduce him, but sort of like find out who he is, and maybe Matrim can actually point him out.
Okay. So you go looking for Matrim. He is currently sitting over at one table, keeping an eye on stuff from the second floor. You go to introduce yourselves to him. I'm guessing Blar is doing the introductions.
Yeah. As I get the groan from the. Do I gotta speak up?
Yes, Blar, you're playing a charisma-based character. Therefore, you get to talk to people.
Fun.
Next time she's gonna have a character. She's gonna play a wizard or something with a
She's gonna dump that
downgrade her
charisma from now on,
dump
isn't
her
she?
charisma. It's like, okay, yeah, I got a charisma of 4.
All right, so what you doing, Blar? Unless you can convince Amon or Keith to introduce you.
Mine's muted, so.
This is true. I think he stayed at the yawning portal having his existential crisis.
Yeah, so basically, I say we're gonna just show him, discreetly, just whisper in him the phrase about the Harpers and stuff like that, and so we're here to observe them, but we need to let them know that we just need to officially we need to know who they are so we can observe them to form our unbiased opinion. Just tell him that, and whatever your words you're going to use.
I am still.
What was that, Amon?
Yeah, you're right. I'm still at the inn.
Okay.
I'm not there.
So, Blar, you either got to speak up or convince Keith to do it for you.
What am I even gonna say?
How about you just type it in the chat?
Yeah, you can do that if you want to, if you don't want to speak up. It'd be faster if you just said it.
Yeah,
But you might be more comfortable if you just write it in the chat.
Yeah.
And then my tomahawk steak things will disappear and Steve won't be so hungry.
I love it.
I think we also need to get Keith a guard outfit. Keith and Amon. Maybe even Faye. I don't know if Torin and Balara can pull off being city guards.
I don't think I'd want to anyway.
All right. So, Blar, you
Find
go
a
up.
new shop to do a cake.
You go up to this guy and what are you saying?
Hello, I've been sent by the Harpers.
He kind of and he hushes you and motions you to come over and sit down at the table. So they finally decided to ask Bonnie and her crew to work with us.
They want an extra opinion first.
An extra opinion? What do they need an extra opinion for? Should be pretty simple. I mean, they need agents, and doppelgangers are big, excellent agents. Is it'd be pretty much impossible to tell who they are out in the field versus in the city.
Well, yeah, but sometimes people don't trust people innately.
Well, true. It is the Harpers, so I can't blame them. But if you want, I can introduce you to Bonnie. As he
Sure.
as he motions
Bonnie?
towards a human woman who is currently serving drinks. Bonnie, she's the leader of the doppelgangers here.
Oh, you can talk to her and
Yep.
see if you want, Blar. Maybe
I mean,
get her to point out this.
I've talked to her, and she knows that I would like them to join the Harpers, but
And maybe he can point out who Maloon is.
oh, you're looking for Balloon?
We're just look. I understood that he's been hanging out here and everything else, so we're just
And he
trying
points
to keep
up
out.
to he points up
Now,
to
we
a
want-
table across from where he's sitting at, up on the third floor. Says,
I didn't really want you to point at him.
"Oh, Maloon's harmless. He's been acting a little funny lately, but he's usually so out of it that he doesn't even notice what's going on around him, especially this early in the morning."
Yeah, well, that's sort of what we're trying to see. What's changed
He
his
does
attitude.
keep-
So we just want to observe him.
Yeah, he keeps rooms here at the Yawning Portal, so you can go talk to him in a little bit if you want. One of the things that's odd is he hasn't been getting up in the morning and coming out as usual. He comes out rather late to go about his business. Never really took him for a layabout, but who knows?
All right, yeah. Why don't you have introduce Blar to Bonnie, and then thank you for pointing out the there. And so, said he's got a room here.
Yes, I believe it's around back on the back half of the third floor somewhere.
Okay.
You'd have to talk to
Appreciate that
the
information.
innkeeper to find out more about that.
Okay.
So he motions for Blar to follow him. heads over to where Bonnie's working. Kind of waves her over. She comes up. Oh, Matrim, yes. Your usual? No, not today. Got someone here who wants to meet you. And points at Blar.
Hello.
Well, hello to you too, dearie. What can I do for you? Are you looking for something to drink, or rooms, perhaps?
I just wanted to get to know you.
Oh, oh! She winks at Matrim. They sent you over to interview.
Yeah.
I see. Well, the gang isn't here right now. It'll take me a day or so to get them rounded up and here. We could set up an appointment time if you wanted to.
Sure.
All right. How does tomorrow afternoon at about 2:30 sound?
Sounds good.
Very well. We'll see you then. I need to get back to work, but I'll let Duran know that I'll be taking my break around then tomorrow so we can all chat.
Okay.
And she kind of gives you a little wave and looks up at the table where the rest of the party is and waves at them. As Matrim walks back to his usual seat. And she goes back to pouring drinks and carrying them out to patrons.
Yep. I go back and report our interview time.
All right, I'll go up to go up to Bonnie and ask her what does Maloon normally drink?
Maloon? He usually sticks with the lighter stuff, but I don't know. Recently, he seems off and barely orders anything. When he does, it's usually, well, water or milk.
Well, what did he drink before?
Usually an ale or something similar, or a mead, depending on the mood he was in.
Well, send over to what he normally drinks. 2 ales and well, one's for me, but I know it's early in the morning, but you got to have your liquid bread for is good.
Well, I would say, hey, that for some people it's not too early in the morning. It's too late in the morning for them to start drinking. They've already got a hangover in some cases, but I'll send it up to his usual table.
Yeah, well, you can hand it to me, and I'll take it.
Oh, okay. So she fills up a couple of tankards and hands them to you.
All right. How much was that?
It's a couple of silver pieces. So as you get up there, you see Maloon come, or at least a man that matches Maloon, come staggering out of one of the back rooms.
I know which room it is.
Okay.
Just for future references, I'll put it in my book.
Yep. He carries a rather interesting-looking axe on his hip. It glimmers with the faint aura of magic, and walks over towards where you are and says, "Can I help you? This is my table."
Well, yes, I was looking to join you right there. So,
as he gets closer, you realize he looks extremely haggard, like he has not slept well, and is kind of glassy-eyed.
Okay, so I'm here just to check your welfare and everything
Oh,
else for.
I'm perfectly fine. Nothing to report. The old staff gets so nosy sometimes, don't she?
Well, I'm not really, necessarily the staff and everything else, but I like to know some of the people that
Well,
are going on around town and stuff
who
like
else
that.
would have
So,
sent you to check on my welfare than the black staff herself?
well, there's other people that sort of worried about you and stuff too. So, saying that it
Oh
hadn't been
yeah?
as your normal self, but that's okay. I'm just here. Let's have a drink and talk about what's been going on around town.
Ah, fine, whatever. As long as one of those ales is for me.
Yes, it is.
Good. He grabs it, drops it down, and waves at one of the barmaids for another one. Well,
So, what have you been up to lately?
not much. Used to work with the black staff a good bit, but then she stopped sending me out to do anything, so I've been mostly hanging around here. For a
Oh,
while, it
why?
wasn't worth keeping a place to live separate since I was in and out of town so much doing her missions, but seems she's abandoned me now, and I'm gonna have to find other employment soon.
Why would she possibly abandon you?
Not a clue.
Well, what was your last mission that you were on that you actually did for her?
I mean, you see him stop and start. He starts thinking, and you realize it's taking him longer than it should to remember what he did last. Roll me an insight check. Um, so after a few moments, he begins telling you of a group of smugglers that he was sent to clear out. Um, mission was successful. Nothing special happened. Just needed a group of smugglers that was operating outside the city cleared out since they were bringing in some items related to a cult, the Whispered One. But other than that, there he's done this several times in the past and never had any problems or issues. Just go in, either burn them out or cut them down as needed, and go about his business.
So the whispered one, on which cult was that ended up being? Is that from Nexus or possibly one of the other not to be mentioned dark people?
He says, I don't know. I don't study it too much. I just get told to clear these things out. And off I go. But it's been, oh, almost 2 months now since she's had something for me to do. I've heard she's taken on a whole group of new adventurers. Probably your crew.
Now we've done a few minor things, but nothing really of that would put bread on the table.
Hmm. Yeah. Who knows why she decided not to have me go out here recently then.
So everything we've had has been more in town, just doing some favors and things like that. Just up there. So on this last mission, did everything go according to plan?
Oh yeah, I mean, I showed up, blasted some fire around, swung Azure Edge at a few of them. Usually that's about all it takes, and they break and flee.
So nothing out of the ordinary this time.
Ah, nah, nothing out of the ordinary that would be enough of an issue that we wouldn't want to take part or cause any problems. didn't find anything useful. So maybe she's mad that I didn't find any magical artifacts to put in her hoard.
Well, yeah, I can understand that if she thought there's cultists and there's magical artifacts, because maybe you just need to clarify some things. Maybe she just thought that maybe she thinks that.
She
I'm not
thinks I'm
saying she is
skimming
thinking
off the
that, but
top.
maybe she thinks that you're finding some artifacts and not turning them over.
I mean, you're welcome to go check my room. There's nothing in there. Where else would
Oh,
I
I'm
keep
not
stuff?
investigating that you're doing anything else. Was just saying that might be, maybe
Roll me
she
another
thinks you're taking
insight
on the
check.
side. Same as last time.
Okay. So yeah, he's being truthful with you. He really feels like there's no reason why she wouldn't be working with him anymore.
Okay, well, it was good seeing you. By the way, my name's Torin. All right, it was good meeting you, and
Well met, Sir Torin.
I'll sit there and maybe I'll share a mug of ale with you again in the future. It was good chatting with you.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll write down in my book when I'm not discreetly, I'll put what room that he's coming in and out of.
Yeah.
All right, so was there anything else we wanted to do? We've pretty much did the information what we need to do today for the hearings. We got a meeting tomorrow to meet the doppelgangers. So
One of your messengers comes back from the Order of the Gauntlet. They seem to be rather interested in this supposed necromancer and would like to assist you in getting rid of him.
which one came back from?
Order of the Gauntlet was first, but then you also got a response from the Emerald Enclave. That they understand that there was a necromancer, probably what caused the chaos with those skeletons in the City of the Dead that you aided Sir Ambrose with. And they would be interested in aiding in removing them from Waterdeep.
Yeah, but we didn't find the necromancer, did we?
No, but you did come across several skeletons, and the information you gave them, they're jumping to the conclusion that there is a necromancer. I mean, somebody collecting a bunch of bones, being secretive about it, and so forth.
And so they've been turning the bones over to Gazette. I want to say Gazelle. Gretchen. Well, I thought they were turning them over to Gretchen.
It's Gretchen's shop. That is where Losser told them to make the bed drum.
Okay, so yes, so we're trying to meet there. So we're trying to find this Losser. So
well, you have two different groups that want to aid you. Which one do you want to go meet with?
Anybody have any preferences? Order of the Gauntlet or the Emerald Enclave?
And while you guys were doing, while Blar and Torin were doing their things, Amon, Feywinter, and Keith, give me perception rolls.
I'm still at the end. You sure you want Amon to do it?
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Perception.
Keith? You there? We lose Keith?
Torin and Blar's conversation is so boring we put him to sleep.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
I see zzz across the screen.
Alright, none of you notice anything. Alrighty. Very well. So, where are you headed? You gonna head to the Emerald Enclave or the Order of the Gauntlet?
Does anyone have a preference?
I do not have a preference.
All right, well, we'll help Faye and Blar, I think, are more into the Emerald Enclave, helping them out. So I think Amon's Order of the Gauntlet. So,
Yep.
but since he's not with us and Keith's not saying anything right now because he's disconnected or whatever, I say we'll go talk to the Order Emerald Enclave because
Okay.
now if it was Force Grey, I'd go talk to them, but for the
So
Harpers.
you go meet up with, go back over to the manor, and meet with the Emerald Enclave. Jareth meets with you, lets you know that she's appreciative of your efforts in the city, and this seems to be a follow-up to some work you did with them earlier, so she would be glad to assist you.
Yeah, let her know. So, well, this is what we found out, and basically they've been hiring some local jobless people. Basically, they'll take any type of job to dig up bones and stuff and drop them off at Gretchen's place, and we're looking for a losser, I guess, who's they're dropping the bones off for, and then he's actually got an item that we've been investigating and trying to find that that's caused all kinds of chaos in the city that we're trying to relieve him of, that he's not the proper owner of. So
Very
so
interesting.
you know who this losser is or whatever, but they've been dropping the bones off at this place, so we could possibly stake it out, do everything else, or maybe who knows if it's going to have another dead drop. So, but other than that, we don't know anything else of where this Losser is, and maybe Losser is the necromancer bringing skeletons in. But I know he's collecting the bones that are getting robbed from the crypts.
So, what can I do to aid you?
Well, we're at a loss as far as the figuring out who Losser is, or trying to get an appointment with Gretchen.
Well,
That was our thoughts on the matter. So
I can pass the word around some of my more elite patrons and see if any of them have any connection with this place that could aid with that.
We can also give them the couple names that we got from the dress shop.
I
See if
may be able
they
to
know
help
any.
you in a slightly different way. Perhaps you, Feywinter, I can help you prepare a spell that, once activated, would allow you to see through the eyes of a nearby beast and give it directions for up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
That would probably allow you to at least scout this place out and see if the target you seek is there or elsewhere. If that is agreeable with you, I would be happy to help you with that, or if you have some other suggestion.
No, that's agreeable.
So she helps you prepare the spell and tells you how to activate it once you get near the location. She does let you know that what it will do is it allow you to send telepathic messages back and forth, including images. It doesn't allow you to fully take over their ability or their body, but it would allow you to get an idea of what's inside the building and how it might work.
Okay. Meaning that the most likely candidate would be like a rat? Is that?
Yeah. She does tell you that the other option would be something like beast sense. It would last a bit longer, but you would be blinded and deafened to your own surroundings as long as it was active.
Meaning somebody else would have to protect you.
Yes. And it lasts up to an hour or until you use an action to break the link. But the other problem is with beast sense, it does not necessarily allow you to strongly direct the creature, only to see what it sees. See what it sees, hear what it hears, feels what it feels, but that's it. You can't make it go in a particular direction. Beast Bond gives you a little more control, but a little bit less accuracy or resolution on what you're seeing. It's mostly impressions and feelings, not straight up seeing it.
Well, we could, I can talk to the little critters and sort of explain what we want them to do if you wanted to use the other one.
I'm letting you know there's advantages and disadvantages to either or one. You just have to figure it out.
Well, I'm telling that to Faye. If she decides to go the other route, I can speak with small animals. They don't necessarily have to listen to me, but we can tell them what they want if you're looking to use their senses and stuff for appropriate, treats. They might follow some instructions. And rats are pretty smart, so that'd probably be a good thing. And
Yeah, whichever would be more useful.
Well, one is you can control them and get the senses. The other one you can actually basically see through their eyes and stuff. So
yeah, I think the one being able to see would be the better one.
then we just need to find us a rat to try to friend and possibly give it some instructions and maybe do a little bit of training and stuff to explain to it what we want it to do.
Because that would be the one that blends in the most to the area and can get in and out.
Well, either one will be the rat would get in and out.
Rat,
But one
squirrel, snake,
cat,
yeah, cat, dog, whatever.
blar.
I'm not an animal.
Well, you can make yourself very, very small, to the size of a rat almost.
And you can be very, very quiet most of the time. Oh wait, that's the player, not the character. The character tends to be very explosive when they start throwing spells around, don't they?
So, and so where would you plan on using this rat?
Like in Gretchen's shop, right? Or the area to stake out. That was their suggestion, right?
That's the only place I know where to stake out if we don't know who a losser is or where we can find a losser. So
Yeah.
the other thing we need to do is, like I say, get some guard uniforms, because I think we got a were rat we need to take care of for the Order of the Gauntlet. We can do that at night. So they're being robbed nightly. So take over a guard shift and a field ward, and we could do that too. Or what you want to do?
Well, I guess we'll accept their offer of the spell for the one that you see what they see. That's the 10-minute one, or
So the 10-minute one is you get to control them, but you only get, like, you can send them direct commands and say, go over here, go do this, go do that. But you only get, like, telepathic impressions. So, they may give you, for example, it may be the impression of there's people here, there's a tall one and two short ones, things like that. One of them seems angry at the other, but you wouldn't be able to, like, make out the words and know exactly what's being said, see what these people look like, to know, is that a halfling or a gnome, or is that a child? Things like that.
so
Whereas
that
Beast Sense,
that one wouldn't necessarily
lasts up to an hour, and you get to see and hear and all that, but you don't have direct control, so the creature just kind of wanders where it feels like, so you may not be able to see exactly what you want to see, but what you can see is going to be much clearer.
Yeah, I think that one's the better one.
Okay. So she'll help you get all that set up and ready to go so that you can activate that when you're ready. And anything else you guys wanted to check on real quick before you head back there?
No, we'll stop by the city guards and stuff for the Order of the Gauntlet.
Okay.
And let them know that we'll talk to one of the supervisors and said, yeah, we'll pull a watch on for whatever, relieve a dog or assist with a watch, but to see who's robbing your guards, everything else. So you can still do the watch, so you can leave it there. But when it comes time to leave and everything else, well, then we will depart prior to, so that maybe they'll try to rob us instead, and we can find out who's been robbing robbing your guards. I'm sure the guards don't want to keep getting robbed. So
Understandable. We can get that arranged and set up for everything. So, alrighty. Well, that is, I think, probably a good spot to stop for tonight, before you guys get into too much trouble.
Well, when everybody gets back to the inn, Eamon's gonna let you know that I think it's time I hung up my shield, retire. I can watch and manage the inn for us. But my adventuring days are over. I'm a tired old man.
okie dokie.
In real life, my job is changing, and I'm working evenings now, so I just can't play anymore. So it's been fun.
Now, I don't know if you're interested, but I do have other games that I run on other nights and stuff. So if there's a
it's
night,
evening. I'll be working until like 9:30, 10 every night. Except for one night, I have one night off a week, and I already have a game that I've been playing for like 2 years. So
that sounds like no fun. But no, I totally understand.
I run that game actually, so I kind of.
Okay, well.
That was good having you. Enjoyed playing with you.
Yeah, nice meeting everybody. Good luck with the rest of your adventure. Obviously you can feel free to use Amon as an NPC. I'm still part owner of the inn, right?
Yep, sounds good.
And so if you ever want to stop in and get inspired, I got 7 temp hit points to give out. So,
alrighty.
Good luck, everybody. If something changes, I'll let you know. But this is probably for the foreseeable future.
I started my work shift changed in May, so that's Saturday's the only day I really get to do anything in anymore either. I used to play during the week, but so
I gotta pay the bills. I need to find like a morning game or something,
Well, I don't know what time you start work. I am running a game on Sunday from about 2 to 5, but it is Stargate setting. So I don't know if that would be
No, I'll be working like 10 to 10 most days. We're opening a new store, and I'm pretty much, me and my cousin are the people running it, working it. So
gotcha.
Anyways, yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
If I ever
everybody.
end up with a early morning game, I'll try and let you know. But my work schedule doesn't really allow me for doing too much in the early mornings.
Yeah, I don't. There's not a whole lot out there, at least not in this country. If I was going to go to other time zones.
you could try something like England or something and see
yeah.
Had a game over there. But good luck to you. Happy adventuring, sir.